Well, welcome everyone. This is JoJo Bennington, certified nutritional and wellness consultant, and I'm excited to share with you tonight our amazing collagen elixir. And yes, the screen says the wait is over, and the reason that we are so excited, we've been watching our partners in Australia enjoy this elixir for the last 6 months and all of the results that have been happening. And we are just so thrilled that we finally have it in the US and we're able to share it here. And by the time we're done here, you're going to understand why this is important, why it's unique, see some of the results that are happening, and really be able to understand how this collagen is different and how it's working for us. And so, it's 5 grams of marine collagen. We have vitamins and minerals that are included in it, all of these beauty blends and botanicals that have been put together. But know that there's been over 10 years of research and development. Over 200 research staff and 50 doctors have collaborated to create this. And so this has been a magic little work in the making for quite a while. So understanding collagen, and why do we need it? It's really the most abundant protein in the body. It's the connection, it's the connective tissue really that holds everything together. So if you think about the glue, like if we could just put little glue spots on all of those little connections and put them together, it's the building block that holds our muscles, our skins, our tendons, our ligaments, everything that holds that together. But what's important to know about collagen is that you have to consume it in order to make it. So our body makes it a little bit as we're eating throughout our lifetime, but really as we age, we start to decline on what we're able to keep inside of our system. And so ingesting it is really important, not only to create new collagen, but also to support what we currently have. So now there's over 20 different types of collagen. I think as I've been looking, I've seen 28 different types. There's 3 main types: type 1, type 2, type 3. Type 1 is what we're going to be talking a lot about today, which is most commonly found in our hair, skin, bones, nails, tendons and ligaments. And type 3 is what's usually found in our blood vessels and our internal organs. And type 2 is what's typically found in our cartilage. Now, know that each one of these types of collagen has a different amino acid profile about how it functions with the body. So what's important to know about our marine collagen is that not only is it a clinical dose, which is important to know, typical doses are about 1 gram to 2.5 grams. This is 5 grams, which is considered a clinical dose. So marine collagen, the amino acid profile mimics our own skin, our own collagen more closely than anything else. So you see a lot of people doing like bovine, chicken, cow, pig, chicken, and cow, right? Pig, chicken, and cow collagen. Usually when they're making bone broth, you see a lot of people doing bone broth, like that's a big conversation right now. But really what this is type 1, which is marine, which is more like our system. Type, like the bovine and the bone broth that most people are doing now is mostly type 2 and type 3. But because the marine collagen is more closely to our own amino acid profile of our skin and our connective tissue, it's really more bioavailable to our system. So when we look at some of the things that have taken place with double-blind placebo studies, which is what I love to look at, because in a double-blind study, the clinicians do not know who's getting the real stuff, and neither do the participants. And so they are just looking at results. So you don't know until the end of the study, and they've compiled all the results, who got the real stuff and who got the placebo. I love that, because then there's no bias involved there. And so when you look at excuse me, some of these days, 90 days, 120 days, 12 weeks, you're looking at the skin elasticity go up. You're looking at the dermis density going up. You're also looking at the wrinkle score going down, skin smoothness going up. So when you think about, skin elasticity, that's when, you can grab your skin and pull it, and it takes a really long time for it to go back into place. It's also what holds us together to make sure that not only, so our crepey skin, especially as we start to get older, crepey skin will start to show up. When you increase skin elasticity, that will start to go away, and that you'll see that the look of that diminishes, which is huge, especially for, you know, those of us that are 55 and older. Crepey skin is a thing, right? When we're looking at the thickness of our dermis, so if you've ever, you know, looked at grandma's hands and you could see through them, you know, with my grandmother, you could look at her hands and actually almost see through her skin because it was so thin. And so when we're increasing dermis density, that's a big deal. Now look at the grams of marine collagen that were used. Some of these were 4 grams. Well, ours is a clinical dose of 5 grams. So remember that as we go on. So not only do we have this clinical dose of 5 grams, but we also have vitamin C and zinc and biotin, things that are helping our immune system, that are supporting our cell function, that are hydrating our skin and our nails, important. And also additional beauty blends that were put together, goji berry, aloe vera, acerola berry, chamomile, all things that help to fight off free radicals and add extra antioxidants to our body, which is always good. But then adding in all of these extra vitamins and beta carotene that are all working together to promote healthy skin, and then also to support bioavailability and absorption into our system, so it's being able to be utilized. What's so amazing about how they've been able to put this together is through this double Nutra technology, which is a liposomal technology that allows our body to be able to absorb these nutrients. So if you think about how oil and water typically separate, this is emulsified, so it actually marries together. So they take all of these ingredients and they're actually able to be married together. So it gives us a different amount of solubility into the system. So imagine taking a bubble with all the good stuff in it, and then a bubble, which is our cell, and then combining them. That's actually what happens. And so we start to see our skin get more hydrated. Our hair looks more full and more hydrated because it's actually plumping up our cells, which is all good things. So better absorption means better results. And being able to promote connective tissue and support our connective tissue promotes gut health. We're working with tendons and ligaments, so we're seeing joint health and joint discomfort start to resolve a little bit, boosting muscle recovery. Anybody working out and you know, wanting more muscle recovery? Well, what's muscle made of? It's connective tissue. And you know, one of the biggest things that I've witnessed in myself, especially which was unexpected, is that the energy and the mood boost. At first, I thought it was just placebo because I was so excited that we finally had our little collagen here. But day after day after day, my mood was better. My energy was up. I was feeling a sense of well-being. And then I started having people reach out to me and ask me, you know, hey, I feel really good. Like, is that this collagen stuff? And so it was interesting because it wasn't something that we really expected. And then being able to improve metabolism and really support lean muscle mass, all of those things are important, especially, you know, youngins, that's great, but especially as we're aging, supporting lean muscle mass is so important. And, you know, as we understand how fragile collagen is, the fact that this comes in single serving doses in glass bottles is really important, because when we get oxidation or environment or air or gas exchange inside and it's allowed to attack this collagen, then it's not as effective. So when you have something that's maybe in a plastic bottle, so if you've ever like walked down the detergent aisle, or, you know, at the grocery store where you can smell all the cleaning supplies, you can smell that because there's a gas exchange through the container that it's in. So not only is stuff able to get out, but there's also environment able to get in, which oxidizes whatever's in that container. So if we have a plastic bag full of powder, which somebody's opening and closing and using collagen out of it every day, oxidation and environment and gas exchange is allowed to get in there. Also, if you have a big bottle and you're opening it and closing it all, you know, every day to take a dose out of it, then not only is environment getting in, gas exchange is getting in, moisture is getting in, all of these things that can affect the fragile collagen molecule. So we want to be really mindful of the fact that this is in these bottles. It's an important thing. So when somebody goes, why is this different? That's a huge thing, because I don't want to spend money on something that's not effective because it's been oxidized. So because it's sealed so quickly, 0.15 seconds to prevent the oxidation and the gas exchange, it's so fresh that we don't even need preservatives. That's amazing, right? So when you think about all the things that preservatives get put, we don't need this. And these are single servings. So you open this up, you shake it up, open it up, drink it down. It's that simple. Really, it's been, and we're seeing these incredible results. 50 calories, no added sugar, can be used with cleanse days. So if you're doing cleanse days with us, then you'll be able to use this on a cleanse day. And it tastes yummy. You guys, it tastes like white grape juice and an apple had a baby and they put it in a bottle. And that's exactly what it tastes like. It's so yummy. Like, you want a bigger bottle of it. But because not only all of the reasons, the clinical dose, the glass bottles, the single servings, how pretty the packaging is, there's all of these things that go into this. But because of the results we've seen, the market attention has been unbelievable. 1 million bottles we sold in 72 hours. We sold 2 million bottles in 2 weeks, and we're at just at 4 weeks, and we're just over 3 million bottles that we've sold. That's a huge amount of bottles in a really short period of time. But when you see the results that are happening, you understand. But the reason that we're getting the results is all of the things that I just told you. So when you understand all of that, then you understand why the things that we're seeing are happening. And then, I have people go, well, that has to be Photoshopped, but they're absolutely, none of the pictures are Photoshopped. Nothing's used with a filter. We are being really diligent about using the same time of day with the same light. All of those things are important when we're taking before and after pictures, because we want to give an accurate depiction of what's happening. So, I could point out every little line and fine line and change that's going on, but you guys can see this. When you look at skin elasticity, just look at underneath the neck here. And so with the little droop that's happening underneath her neck, and then that is all lifted up. That's all skin elasticity, with things going back to where they were supposed to be, because the skin is tightening and the connective tissue is going back to where it was. So that's holding all of that together. I mean, that's amazing. My esthetician friend went, oh my gosh, she looks like she's had a facelift. And I was like, that's just the collagen. I had a friend reach out to me and say, what peel are you using? And I said, this isn't a peel. This is from the inside out. And when we're just giving the body what it needs to be supported, this is what happens. The body knows what to do when we give it the right things, right? So just looking at these different pictures, you can see the things that are happening. Some of the results that we've just seen in the US in the last 30 days. This is Lindsay. She's a doctor that lives up in Reno. Amazing. So she's always had problems with her skin. And in 30 days, you guys can see how clear. And we see with everyone this brightness, where the complexion is evening out and the pores are getting smaller. Look at this, 30-day results, you guys. Look at Tanya with her little smile lines, 30 days. Amazing. When we just we're feeding the skin what it needs to be supported, right? You can see all of these different results. Incredible. And this is it, over a year's time. These are quick results because it's able to absorb into our body. So we're getting these real results. Look at the difference in pore size. Look at the complexion and the brightness. We see this over and over and over. You guys just saw Dick when Dave was doing the telomere part of this, and we showed Dick's before and after pictures. Dick's having results using the collagen. He's like, I'm 91, I want to look good too. He's feeling good, he wants to look good too. So some of the results that I've seen just in myself in a quick period of time, you can see the differences. And, for me, it was interesting because I'm looking in the mirror going, well, I'm really not seeing that much. But then I took pictures and I put them side by side, and I was just floored because, we're always the hardest on ourselves. And, but seeing these things side by side it's just made me a believer. I'm so excited because I'm coming up to where I'm going to, really have some good before and after pictures. So I'll be taking those soon. But this is Carrie, Dave's wife. And look at just, if you look at the evening of her complexion and pores and the fine lines and that skin elasticity. So, you know, she's also talked about mood and how she's feeling more like herself again. So we've both been experiencing this mood elevation, this energy lift. And, you know, for her as well, she's, you know, she had surgery on her knee and it's always given her trouble. She's shine dancing and doing all kinds of physical stuff. And she's noticing that it's not bothering her as much as normal. And so all of these things happening is just been, you know, it's been a really amazing experience to just in a really quick period of time. And so we just, you know, are recommending that everybody do their own 30-day trial. Do your own 30-day trial. You've seen what we've shown you. I mean, everything that we do is a full money back guarantee. So why would you not want to after you've seen these pictures? You are seeing me, you're seeing my pictures. And so, you know, these aren't just random people we're pulling off the internet. These are people that we know, people that we work with, and that we get to experience every day. And the amazing things that we're seeing are just incredible. So, you know, it's easy enough to get your glow on. You shake it up, you drink it down. Here's a couple of different ways to get started. And so you can do, the 4-pack is great. So now they come in these little boxes and it's 10 servings in each box. And then each one of these is a serving. So there's 10 of these, you just do one a day. And what's nice about the 4-pack is you could do a month of one a day and then double up on some of the days, or you could maybe share some with somebody. Or what you could do is a 6-pack, and we love this because for the first month, what a lot of people are doing is doubling up at first and doing one in the morning and one in the evening, and then dropping back down to one. Or you could share it with a spouse or a friend or mom or sister, you know, whatever. And so it's just a really simple way to be able to support our system and, you know, really work from the inside out. So thank you guys so much for joining me for this, and get back to the person who got you here. And if you want to know more, they'll be able to answer questions for you. And we're just really honored to be able to share this information with you guys. Thank you so much for being here.